Hello everyone, my name is Lakshmi Nivas of branch CSC and section B, and I'm wearing roll number 21951 A0588. Today my topic on the concept video is native versus non-native accent speakers. So how we differentiate native and non-native accent in this real life situations and in this real life. So let's get into the slides quickly so that we could discuss it. So coming to the first slide, to the context, first we'll be discussing about native accent, the definition of the native accent, and also the examples of it. And the second one is non-native accent. We'll also, as the same, we'll also discuss about the definition, examples, and data research about that. And third one is intelligibility and comprehensibility. So coming into that, intelligibility, comprehensibility, intelligibility and comprehensibility in relation to the accent. So how they actually involve in the accent, these both we are going to discuss now. So, and last one is effects of non-native accent. So coming to the first uh, slide which I'm going to explain you is what is an accent, what is basically an accent, how it is defined, and what actually where actually accent actually involves while speaking or communicating with strangers. So we'll discuss it. Uh, it is defined as a distinctive way of pronouncing a language, especially one associated with a particular country, area, or social class, where it depends upon the language we speak, or especially one associated with a particular country. And we have different accents in different countries, and also in India there are vast, the accent is a vast thing which has no end. New accents even develop in many countries, and India has many accents. In each single language consists of many accents, like English consists of the Spanish accent and American accent, England accent, Russian accent, even English involves in the Russian accent, and also Indian English accent. So for etc. And also in India, there are several accents in Telugu, Hindi, English, Maratha, Urdu, Tamil, like that. And it depends upon the country, area, or even area, particular region where the people only talk that accent. Only at their places they won't talk, and the accent is a thing which is so special to people because they actually communicate and interact with only the accent, not with the words or the verbal pronunciations. So, and also the social class. Yeah, as we've discussed about it, a community or a group or a social community speak in the same accent, which is called as a social class accent. So coming to the accent can be affected by these features. So these are a list of features which accent is affected. So we'll be discussing in what way it is affected. First one, the position of lips, tongue and jaw. Second one, the length and quality of the sound we actually possess. This third one, the choice of consonants and vowels. And the fourth one, where you place the stress in a word. And fifth one, the range of pitch and tone. And the last one is the way you join your syllabus together. So these are all the list of features which can affect the are affecting the accent, not can affect the accent, are already affecting the accent. So these are the main things which we could uh, identify how an accent is going to be like. So coming to this slide, English has a huge number of accents worldwide. So today we are going to discuss especially about English accents. Well, I speak uh, Indian accent, Indian English accent uh, particularly. So there are here in the slide. There are two types of accents, which are native accent, which is the actual accent of the place where the language is or the accent is origin from, and the non-native accent. So these are two huge number of accents in the worldwide. So what is a native accent? Coming to the native accent, a person who speaks English as their mother tongue will have a native accent. In England, every region has a different accent. So in England, English is actually well known. Sorry, England is actually well known for speaking a very good English. I mean, I have to say that it is a good English spoken by that region of people, and they maintain several accents where even Indians cannot understand the accent of England because they have very good speaking skills, accent skills in the country, and most of the people use same accent in the country. So, for example, received pronunciation and Cockney. So received pronunciation is nothing but the native accent or the native language of England or any English country. Cockney is also the same. So coming to the received pronunciation, the closest the United Kingdom has ever had to a standard accent. It is related to the upper classes in London and other areas of southeast England. It emerged from the 18th and 19th century upper classes and has remained the gold standard ever since. So coming to the features of the received accent, so which is non-rhoticity and trap back split, the vowels tend to be a bit more conservative than other accent in southern England. So mainly in southern England, we might identify that they mostly use a bit more vowels because each while they speak we could identify vowels easily other than another neither than consonants. So that is how the England people speak. So these are the three main features of the received pronunciation. So coming to Cockney, Cockney is probably the second most famous British accent. It originated in the end of London, but shares many features with and influences other dialects in the region. So this is how people Cockney is an accent where uh, London people use. It is a type of accent in English, but it's very different from received pronunciation. So coming to the features, there are again seven listed features, which are: first one is raised vowel in words, as we have discussed, non-rhoticity, trap bad split, London vowel shift, glottal stopping, L vocalization, TH fronting. So these are main features of the Cockney. So what is a non-native accent? So coming to the second half subtopic, what is a non-native accent? Anybody who speaks English as a second language may have non-native accent, like me and like the Indians or like the Chinese people or like the Russians or like the Sri Lankans. Non-English countries are always the people always speak non-native accent, English non-native accent, because first language is their mother tongue. Though it is a first language mother tongue, second language is an English. So that type of English is known as non-native accent of English. For example, many non-native speakers use short vowels from their language in a place of the unusual long vowels in English. Well, coming to the difficulty with dentine, fricatives, and for speakers with no native and in their dialects phonemic inventory. Egyptian speakers tend to pronounce the affricative z as z. D here dz is pronounced like z, z, as the Egyptians pronounce it as z. Directly they pronounce z as z, and we actually pronounce it as dz and z. So coming to the next slide, data research. The following question was asked to students who are specialized in. So French, there are list of specializations which are French, biomedical, chemistry, translation, German, English, and data science. Student, age, your accent, native, near native, non-native. Your teacher's accent is native, near native, non-native. Do you want to have a native accent? Yes or no? So these are common questions which are asked for the students by the second person. And well, your accent, native is 0%, near native is 30%, non-native is 70%. Your teacher's accent is 13% native, near native is 67%, and non-native is 20%. As so, do you want to have a native accent? Yes, he tends to have a native accent which is showing it as 80%. No, 20%. It does not matter. So he's not liking to give a particular reason why not to have a native accent, but he mentions it as it does not matter. So this is how the variation looks like. So coming to the accent intelligibility and comprehensibility. Intelligibility, the listener's actual understanding of L2 speech. Munro and Irving in 1999. These people have actually introduced the accent intelligibility and comprehensibility. Comprehensibility. What is comprehensibility? The listener's subjective experience of the ease or difficulty of understanding speech. Again, Munro and Irving in 1999. So coming to the research aim, our aim is differentiating between the linguistic aspects of L2 speech, which are mostly related to the accent, and those related to the comprehensibility. So 40 speech samples, 19 measures, 4 main categories, which are phonology, fluency, lexis and grammar, and discourse. So these are the main 4 categories which we have to maintain while speaking a language. Uh, uh, accent is not necessary. Accent is not that necessary, but while speaking in any language, we have to maintain our phonology and also the rate of fluency and lexis and grammar, which are mainly important, and discourse. So these are the 4 main factors which involve communication with accent in a particular language. What is phonology? So, phonology consists of many listed features, which are segmental errors, syllable structure errors, word stress errors, rhythm, pitch contour, pitch range. So this is the list of the phonology. Fluency, the overall number of filled pauses, total number of unfilled pauses, pause errors, repetitions and self-correction, articulation rate, main length of run, MLR. So these are the features of fluency. And accuracy of lexis and grammar, which is very important for us. So coming to the first point, sum of words with at least one morphosyntactic error means we have to maintain at least one morphosyntactic error. The second one is lexical errors which arise, and third one is token frequency, and fourth one is type frequency. So coming to the last one, which is discourse, which consists of story cohesion, story breadth, story depth. So this is how in discourse, this is how we explain and go into the depth of what we actually speak with the strangers, and also the topic which we actually involve on ourselves. So this is how the discourse is considered to be the important aspect while maintaining an accent and also speaking in a particular language like English. Coming to the findings, the results of the research showed that accent is related to the pronunciation of vowels and consonants and naturally sounding rhythm, while comprehensibility is related to the grammatical and lexical errors, as we have discussed earlier in the earlier slides. So, disentangling accent from comprehensibility aims. First one is enhancing the assessment of L2 speaking ability. Second one is recognizing the linguistic features that lead to accent prejudice. Lippy Green, which was in 2011. Effects of accentedness. So coming to the effect of accentedness, when you hear somebody speaking in an accent, it's almost like they are invading your language while they're speaking to you, because if you hear someone speak another language, you almost don't care. But when you speak your language with an accent, it feels like an invasion of something that belongs to you. And immediately we change. It was said by a famous person who is Trevor Noah. So effects of accentedness, continuation. So phonological aspects that of prosody, segment, and syllable structure, accuracy are considered significant in rating L2 speech, as they have a great impact on listeners' comprehension. Anderson, Hayes, Johnson, and Kohler in 1992. Incorrect stress placement can influence listeners' evaluating of L2 speech. Hahn. Lack of fluency, pausing, articulation rate, etc., on the part of L2 speakers can influence comprehensibility. By Derwing, Rossiter, Munro, and Thompson in 2004. So, grammatical and lexical features affect comprehensibility. Quit means leave. Forgetted means forgot. So, these are actually the alternative and lexical words of the English words, and also the grammatical and lexical features, which are also considered as the features of lexical. Coming to the accent discrimination, accentism, the perception that certain accents are inferior to others. Employers prefer non accented applicants, call centers, schools, and etc. Accent reduction, systematic approach for listeners learning or adopting a new speech accent. It is the process of learning the sound system or phonology and melodic intonation of a language so that non-native speaker can communicate with clarity to be understood by the general public of the second language. So, to cultivate an English accent is already a departure away from that you are. So, it is said by the famous actor who is Sean Connery, who is actually uh, who has actually raised uh, the role of James Bond. He actually said that to cultivate an English accent is already a departure away from what you are. Means the accent is already departed. With a good will, but we are far away from it, so that we have to approach it, and we should actually get used to it and talk in a perfect and communicate in a perfect accent. Thank you all. Thank you. Well, this is all about my PPT, or this is all about accent and also the communication skills and the grammatical and lexical and comprehensibility and intelligibility. And also, we have discussed many more things in this PPT. I hope you understand. Thank you.